Offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same. But
they're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for
touchdown. Randy Moss as the first half is winding down. And the Lancers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it. They add on more, a little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he loses the football the second time. And this is picked up by the defense. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert off of play action. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Got And I imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. 20. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, 78 yards. And the Lancers are on the board first here this afternoon. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
Thank you, Coach. We jump into this challenge in the third quarter with 4 minutes to go. You're ahead by a single point. You've got possession at midfield. 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They start the second half here with Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. And just 4 yards on the... It's good enough to... Now the offense for the Lancers. They're getting set to go. 1st down and 10. Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 72 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So right now what I'm seeing the offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6, 7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now Williams. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, it's Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we get this challenge started in the 3rd quarter with less than 4 minutes remaining on the clock. You're ahead by 4. You've got the ball on your side of the field, and it's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. It's a screen to Ricky Williams. There's a nice move. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge.
And now the Ravens set to go on 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Emmanuel Agba finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. Slings it, and Andrews lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. Inside the 20. Oh, some strong running.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. Leading them out, it's the 3rd-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn the status of one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown. touchdown ground. And the Lancers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Here's Herbert. It's caught, and it's 8-0. And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2, and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's going the other way. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy from 8 yards out. And the Lancers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that way.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. On first down, Justin Herbert. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams. A 3-yard touchdown run. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. But just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of it. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you're saying on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Caught left side to Crabtree. And almost but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Inside give to Davis. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Inside handoff. And he lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking. A lot of times, their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Williams will try again, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ricky Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lancers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is going to be caught. Not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and his throw is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
That's taken on the 25. Fights through him, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Play action. It's Herbert. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner.
Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Pushes past him. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted him great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
They run it again with Williams. Room here to run. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the pistol. Here's Williams. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 22. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And now they're in the hurry up. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Lancers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's
Jones hit, and the ball's out. It's going the other way. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're on for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ricky Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lancers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And now here comes Kansas City. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling?
Now, a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw here, Herbert. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Welcome back live to Orlando. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Williams trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Williams again, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Williams, touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
McPherson on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of...
And he loses loses the football a second time. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
No bones?
None.
Try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this minute.
The Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Up the middle, it's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And some room to maneuver. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They're going to pass here with Herbert. They'll let this go for the end zone. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's going the other way. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise...
Head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Money on my mind, head in the game. Again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I turn on my vision. You young, she get like me. I got no shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go with a straight. You know how I play. I get you a sack like Frank. I'm getting it done, that's when they be feeding me grapes.
motivated and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Keep going even though we know we fed up. It's hella tension, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're born to be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
I'm talking bulletproof kind of suit, reflect the struggle that they put us through, with the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do, with the insight to be equal. No disguise needed, a voice that finds reason to multiply people in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington miners, we'll be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peek the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The queen cause they need it most. Politic with the kings about economic growth. Cure PTSD cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry, even though everyone would know everywhere we go.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just gotta get that faith and know that. Well, guess you got mine, I check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty. Watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out. Now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah,